Welcome to Children's Ministry 101, Volunteer Training on the Run. Today let's talk about concrete and abstract things. I don't mean the concrete that's on the ground that you walk on, but I mean concrete meaning visual, something you can hold, something you can see, something that the kids you teach will be familiar with. People learn in concrete ways before they learn in abstract ways. That's why when I was teaching young kids how to add, they first learned how to count by touching blocks, by counting kids in the classroom and things like that. It's important to be able to count actual objects before you can take that number that you think of and then put it in your mind as a number, an abstract thing instead of an object. So we can carry that on through teaching in different ways as well. Even as kids get older, it can also help them, if you've heard that phrase, to have something to hang their hat on if it's something familiar to them. So let's give an example. Let's say you're talking about the Matthew 6 passage that talks about don't worry about anything, that your Father takes care of the birds of the air. They don't work, they don't reap, they don't labor, they don't store their things away in barns, but God feeds them. Well, maybe you see a bird outside you can point out as you talk about that passage. Maybe you have a small bird at home or a little one you can buy and bring with you and just hold that bird. You can even use that thing as a tie from the beginning of the lesson until the kids do the actual lesson. Or when they come in, have a little bird on your shoulder and say, today's lesson talks about a bird. Now, you don't want to stretch this too far. Don't be too, don't find a little obscure thing in the story. But if it's something like that, and then you say, hey, today our story has something to do with a bird. I want you to listen to find out what this bird has to do with the story. And then at the end, you review it. So start with concrete. Think about what's in the story. Read your lesson early in the week. Read the Bible story early in the week so that as you go throughout your week, God might give you ideas of things to include in your lesson. You might have something lying around your house that you can bring in. You might find something outside. God might speak to you about the provisions He has for you through this lesson. But use concrete objects when you can, and that will help things turn to an abstract nature in the children's minds. Have a wonderful day.